Sup guys? So today I'm just making a video on how to fix Halo, since it's basically in the bin right now, thanks to 343, because Microsoft haven't decided to fire them at this point fully, since they've completely destroyed Halo, and it's all their fault. But yeah, I'm just making like, man, now's the time to actually fire them. And I'm just basically listing a few things that they could do to maybe actually fix Halo, instead of just letting it flipping die. Slow, painful death. Because Jesus, my God. Like, man, we could be getting such better stuff right now instead of what they actually do with Halo. Yeah, it just sucks. But I'm just hoping someday they'll finally decide to, like, enough is enough. We just need to fire 343. Finally fix this franchise. Yeah, because, you know, number one, fire 343. I'm just gonna list 7 things, but yeah, fire 343 is number one, obviously. They're the ones who are responsible for Halo's death and just butchered the story. Flipping took out canon for some stuff. It's just, it's a joke what they've done. And that's the thing that should instantly get some focus. And just finding better people to basically hire. Yeah. But out of everyone, who's the best fit to actually handle Halo? Some people say, I guess, the Doom people who are making the Doom games. There's not really much choices, since to me gaming in general has just died. A lot of great franchises have died because they just haven't really cared for them. Not really much that I think could actually do Halo right now, apart from, I guess, the original people that made Halo, but even they're basically dead at this point. Bungie's dead, they've failed Destiny, and a lot of the people who are at Bungie right now are not even the original employees, so I'm just not sure if there's any chance that some of them could actually reform and make a new Bungie or something, to actually resurrect Halo or something like that. That'd be cool, but yeah, they just need to find like new people who can actually handle the source material and actually care about Halo. That's basically what they should do with step 1. So 2, good writing, of course. Just take notes from the original games that actually had good writing and a good story, good narrative. Because 343, their narrative sucks. It's extremely boring, especially with 4, and then 5 just ruined everything. 6, barely any characters around, and boring narrative to the point where some things don't even make sense. Yeah. The story just needs to be improved so much. I mean, you don't have to exactly be on the level of the first 3 games, because no one will ever be able to match these games. Never. At least be a Halo Reach or ODST, something like that. You know, you're not as good as the original trilogy, but it's still a really good story. Even if it starts off as something just a bit cheesy, but what also kind of being serious, like ODST, I'd be fine with that. Just, even if it's a bit more light-hearted, I'm fine with that. Just a better story, a better narrative. That's all I'm asking for. Something that actually pushes this franchise forward, because right now it's been pushing into a flipping grave. Oh, Master Chief's been wasted in this shitty story. Oh yeah, and number 3, make Master Chief actually feel like Master Chief, because the Master Chief we have since Halo 4 to now is not Master Chief. Well, I'd say 4 anyway, mostly. Like, give him too much emotions, flipping falling in love with Cortana, which I know that he does care about Cortana, but to the point where he's falling in love with her, like it's his girlfriend, is a bit much. Like, that was a weird direction to go with Master Chief. And it seems like Infinite, to some degree, has definitely improved on that. So that's probably one thing that they don't really need to do much with improvement, because they finally realise how much they messed up Master Chief, so they've mostly fixed it, I guess. Yeah. I just find Master Chief done a lot of dumb mistakes in the modern games, and Master Chief was someone who, you know, would never really make really dumb mistakes, so we just need to get his character right again, fully. Yeah. Take notes from the original games of how it's supposed to be. Not a dumbass, emotional and all that shit. True Master Chief, man. Yeah, a badass. One with few lines, doesn't talk so much. Yeah, that's the kind of things you need to get rid of. And make it feel like a Master Chief again. And 4. I guess the characters, which I kind of addressed a little bit, but yeah. Actual good characters, not the shitty characters in the 343 trilogy. Like with flipping, I'd say flipping the Marine from Halo Infinite being the worst. He's extremely annoying. He will never be on the level of Sergeant Johnson. Hell, not even flipping the side Marines who just help him in battle in Halo 2 and 3. Like, they're flipping amazing. They've got so many quotable lines, like, they're legends. But the Marine can't even live up to them. People who are not even actual characters, they're just like basically little side characters who help you in battle. If you can even call them side characters, but they have more flipping, you know, liveliness to him and charisma than flipping the character in flipping Halo Infinite. I don't even care to remember his name. He was just a trash character. The only character from the 343 era that I can actually say I liked, maybe really liked, was Lasky, but now he's disappeared, possibly dead. And that's the thing with Halo Infinite, like the flipping unconfirmed so many characters' fates. Like, there's so many characters that possibly could be dead, and we just have no idea if they're still alive, because I know, you know, they know that we didn't really like most of the characters, but you could have at least kept Lasky and, you know, actually confirm who's alive and dead instead of these random Marines and flipping Spartans who we've never met. It would have made more sense to have some of those moments with actually characters who we actually knew. Like that female Spartan, I can't remember her name right now, Palmer? Yeah? Like if they had a scene where you find her and she's dying, and you do one last win for her, you find Locke. I don't know if they'd kill like some of like Master Chief's old team, like Lindo and stuff, like some of his squad mates. Man, that would be some crazy stuff to see. Or some of them actually might be alive and actually helping you in battle with some parts. Yeah, that'd be cool. But no, we're just basically stuck with Vic Cortana, aka the weapon, Master Chief, which it's Master Chief, so that's cool, but you know, he's not fully Master Chief to me, even though he's a bit better than the Halo 4 one. I'm not a pushover like Halo 5 one. And the worst Marine in Halo history. Yeah. You're just stuck with them shitty characters. And then you got like the main villain who gets killed off screen, and that's the thing. They kind of like do things off screen. It's just terrible. Like, why would they flipping kill off the main villain of the game off screen, and you just replace him with like some random villain we don't even know? Because basically this villain who they killed off was basically built up from flipping Halo Wars 2, and then they kill him off before you even get to actually have a rematch with him, because, you know, Master Chief gets his ass kicked by him in like the first cutscene of the game. So we're just hoping like we actually get a chance to fight him, but then flipping Cortana kills him off screen. It's very underwhelming. Oh yeah, and another thing, flipping Cortana, making her a villain, what a dumb choice. Why would you do that? Even Bungie made a joke about doing something like that, because they know they wouldn't actually do it because it's such a lazy ass writing choice, and since 343 don't know how to write stories, they went with that direction. Yeah, stupid. But let's move on. So I'm not sure if that was my third point. If not, then fourth. Dedicated servers, like how Bungie had dedicated servers back on 360, because MCC from launch to now has been a flipping disaster. Especially launch. Oh my god, no one could barely anyone could play the game, and the ones who could, they experience like some of the worst glitches you can see in a flipping game. Can I say worse than Cyberpunk? Maybe to some degree, but man, to the point where you can't even flipping play the game. At least I could play most of Cyberpunk at its worst. Flipping MCC was completely unplayable. It was that bad. Oh my god. I'd rather suffer through version 1 of Cyberpunk again than flipping MCC at its worst. It was so bad you couldn't even play the game. And then even when they got a few years in, you were still having experiences where the entire session could disconnect when you're playing with like a friend. And also not really having dedicated servers peer-to-peer. That was also another issue, because back in the Bungie days, you could literally be anywhere in the world. Like, your friends could be from different countries, and you'd never have any connection issues unless, you know, one person actually has a bad connection. But, you know, in the 343 days, when you have to deal with peer-to-peer, you all could be from different places, and you're possibly not going to have a good session. Yeah, because peer-to-peer is not really a good way to flipping do servers, especially for Halo, when the main thing about Halo is actually playing with people. cooperative on campaign and stuff. And if you're flipping from different places, you're gonna have some issues. Where back on 360 when Bungie was in charge, you could all be from different places and you wouldn't really have any issues unless their connection actually is really bad. But I think it only affects them. But since it's peer-to-peer, basically everyone's gonna experience like the lag, I guess. Yeah. And that's definitely a huge thing they need to make sure they don't do again, like 343. Make sure they have dedicated servers, yeah. Like Bungie's. Because from flipping 2007 to when it basically got shut down by 343, the bastards, the servers worked perfectly. Yeah, unless that was Bungie's choice, I'm not sure. Because, yeah, those servers were perfect. The Bungie servers barely ever had an issue with them. It was perfect. Because they actually cared. And yeah, I guess let's just move on anyway. So 5th. After Infinite, I'm just going to say better weapons, because the weapons in Infinite were mostly lackluster. They made the flipping shotgun flipping weak. Probably one of the weakest shotguns I've ever used in a game. And I'm mean it for multiplayer. You have to shoot like flipping 4 or 5 times to flipping kill a player or an enemy. It's a joke. I mean, it's fun to use at first, but then when you realise how weak it is compared to like the older shotguns, it's just a flipping joke. Yeah. I'm using that flipping little Covenant gun instead from Halo 3 since they brought that back. The Mangala, whatever it's called. And that's basically more stronger than flipping the main shotgun. Oh. It's just crazy, man. They just need to fix up a lot of the weapons, bring back the needler and stuff, instead of some of the shitty weapons they gave us instead. In Infinite. My god. So bad. Yeah. Just better weapons, basically. And 6, I guess the art style. So basically graphics, the way how the characters look, it needs to feel like the old Halo. Yeah. Because Halo 4 was completely disgusting. The way how they changed Master Chief's armor, the elites, the grunts, certain weapons, they just didn't look like Halo. Because they was just basically trying to not make Halo feel like Halo for 2 games in a row. They was trying to make a clone COD, but in the future. Even though flipping COD did that bit better with Black Ops 2 and 3, yeah. And Halo was just flipping disaster. Because FIFA 3 doesn't actually like Halo. They wanted to make their own version of COD with classes and stuff, sprinting and all that shit. I don't really have a big issue with sprinting, but everything else they decided to do with loadouts and stuff, it just felt like COD. It was ridiculous. And promoting flipping sweats and shit. Oh my god. But yeah, just make the art style actually feel like Halo. Like the Halo I'm playing right now. It needs to feel like this. Not the whatever shit they was trying to make with Infinite, because that's probably like one of the worst graphics in the whole franchise. I'd rather play the flipping old games, Halo 1 and 2, than flipping you know, flipping Infinite, because even though obviously you can tell they're extremely old games, they still look better because they actually have good attention to details and stuff compared to Infinite, where it's just the textures are missing, which literally I was wearing like George's armor that I got from Season 1 Battle Pass of Halo Infinite, and there was literally no textures for like months until they finally decided to like, oh yeah, that whole time there was no textures for like George's play. It was just flipping ridiculous. There's just a lot of, doesn't feel like they put a lot of effort in the textures in a lot of the map, and the armor, it just feels so off, and the art style is just off too. Even though in cutscenes the game, it actually looks nice, it's just weird. But the actual gameplay looks like shit. And the map too. The grass doesn't even look like it's HD or anything, it just looks so like flipping, I don't even know. Like there's something wrong with your graphics card, but that's the actual game. So even if you have a powerful graphics card, the game still looks like dog shit. It's a flipping joke. How does this game, Halo 3, look better than Infinite? This game came out in 2007. Infinite came out in 2021. It's a flipping joke. Like what the hell? Makes no sense. How are the graphics getting worse? Makes no sense. Like, Halo 3, Halo ODST, which is basically Halo 3 anyway, and Reach looks way better than Infinite. Even their flipping anniversary of Halo 2 looks way better. They kind of flops with Anniversary, the first one. Like for CE, they just took away the art style and it looked so on. Yeah, it was a downgrade. And I just hit that I actually liked it at first, back in 2011. That's one of the first things they made, basically. Yeah. If you're not counting Halo 4, but official games. But yeah, just better art style. Actually feel like Halo. Then my 6 point. What could we really focus on now? Oh yeah! The most important thing about Halo, that is the most important thing of all, the community. They need to have a good community. Because Halo was literally more than a game. It was like a family. Like, it was a celebration. Like, every time a new Halo game came out, it's like flipping the whole world was celebrating. Flipping, it would be on the news and everything. There would be crowds of people waiting for the next Halo game, where that would never happen now because 343 have completely destroyed the franchise. No one would care about waiting for the next Halo game after your 3 games that was just flops. So if they're actually making Halo 7, I doubt there's going to be that many people caring to buy it, apart from the loyal ones who just like anything that's Halo, even if it's shit. Yeah, because there's a lot of Halo fans that just like dog shit, giving tons of money to flip in the store, flipping spend who knows how much on the flipping shitty store. It's just a flipping joke. Yeah, those, I guess, cheap Halo fans who just like anything that's Halo, even when it's flipping bad, instead of us real Halo fans who have been playing since day one and we just hit how bad the franchise has got after 343 took over. Yeah, and I just don't know what would have happened if Bungie actually stayed. Would things still have gotten bad? It just makes me think. Yeah, would things have still gotten really, really bad? Because look at what happened to Destiny. That became a train wreck. But I'd probably say the Destiny games 1 and 2 are probably better to play than flipping Halo 4, 5. I'm not sure if I can say Infinite because I love the Infinite gameplay. It's just everything else flipping sucks in the game. Everything else is shit. Yeah. How you could even flip in oh yeah, that's, I don't know if that should be my last point, but let me just continue about community. Yeah, it just needs to feel like a community again. I don't think it will ever match like what we had back in the Bungie days, because man, that was literally the best gaming community you could ever be a part of. It truly felt like you was a part of a family, man. It was so special. And 343 basically ruined it, just made it full of flipping people who were just sweats, flipping sheep people. Yeah, it's just because Halo was basically like a party game. It wasn't a competitive flipping game, and even 343 themselves don't even know that. When you're watching like interviews and stuff, like they always say like, oh yeah, Halo was always like a competitive flipping sweaty ass game. It was actually a party game where you could bring a group of friends over, play split screen and stuff. Yeah, that kind of stuff. And that's what it was truly about, and that's what I really enjoy doing when it comes to Halo. Playing campaign and with friends and stuff. The multiplayer is like secondary. And people mainly just cared about having fun instead of flipping sweating every match, because that's what Halo's come to, and that's just basically most games in this generation. It's just mainly about flipping sweating, like flipping hell. When you've had a long day at work or something, people just want to relax, don't want to be flipping sweating their ass out on the flipping game. They just want to have fun. And sadly, Halo's fallen to that flipping victim of flipping sweaty games. Yeah. And when it comes to like older games, like Uncharted and stuff, you just can't help it because it's just mainly like the OGs that are playing the game, and they're just so good at the game they can't play normal. Yeah, so I don't blame them, but people who just play sweaty anyway, even when it's a new game, they take it so serious, like it's life or death. Yeah, those kind of players, I don't want that in Halo. I want what we used to have that made Halo so special. I don't know if we'll ever fully get it back, but it'd be nice if we could actually have a good Halo community again, because man, gaming in general has just become more introverted instead of extroverted. Because even people who are introverts became extroverts when it came to Halo, because it was just something that was so special. You felt you actually you belonged to something, but now it's just dead. Yeah, and that's all I've got to say about that. Yeah, and maybe 1 or 2 more points then. So it would be like 7 or 8 points, I guess, overall. Unless I think of like 1 more. But yep, I guess I'll talk about customization. Needs to be a lot better, because I just hated how they promoted Halo Infinite, where you'd be able to like select whatever colour you want. You'll have different armor sets and you can combine them together. And then when the game came out, you literally had no colours. You couldn't combine armor sets. It was a flipping joke. They literally lied to you. And instead you have to flipping spend money to be able to actually get colours. When flipping back in 2001, you could actually select any colour you want from the get-go. Flipping Halo 2, Halo 3, actually unlock armor instead of having to pay real money or have to grind events. It's just, man. I want to actually have stuff where you can actually unlock armor again. That's what made Halo so special. You actually earned armor, and a lot of games have suffered this because of battle passes and stuff like that, live service. Instead of actually earning stuff, you have to pay money to get stuff these days. It's just sad. Yeah. And this generation will never understand how good we had it. We actually could earn armor, and it made you actually want to play the game a lot more and get better. And you know, you could still have fun along the way instead of having to pay money just to get the armor and look nice. You actually earned everything you got in the old Halo games. Like getting all the skulls on Halo 3 to get the higher booster outfit, getting most of the achievements to get the pilot outfit. Yeah. These days you just pay money, like pay £20 for just flipping one armor. It's a flipping joke. You're basically getting robbed, scammed. But people are just so used to it, they don't really notice. They're just so used to it. It's a joke. Yeah, it just needs to feel like a real game. And compared to how this Warhammer game does, maybe they could be another person who could actually take over Halo. Because, man, they could make the Gears of War that we've wanted since Gears of War 3, man. Because, man, some of the things they're going to have is going to feel like Gears of War, true Gears of War. I'm just not really a fan of Warhammer to know the lore, but it actually feels like it's going to be more of Gears of War than what the Coalition have made. Yeah. So hopefully that's good, and then maybe they should take over Halo if they could make an actual good FPS game. Yeah. Seems like they actually care about their franchise. And not going to change it for the modern audience and shit. Yeah. I mean, look at Wukong. That's the game that did well because it didn't focus on the modern audience. Obviously, I'm talking about woke shit and stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. And then what was going to be my last point, unless I think of something else? Oh, man. Oh, it's literally gone out of my head right now. I forgot what my last point was. Oh, shit. I guess we'll just talk about customization a bit longer. Yeah, just basically have better customization options. Not have to pay money for everything. I mean, the way how most companies should do it, where you can actually still unlock stuff, but there can be an option to just like basically pay for the items. So it's like optional. Like you can either find ways to unlock the items or actually, you know, pay money. So it's optional. You don't. It shouldn't be the only way to unlock, you know, flipping armor. Like that's just flipping criminal, man. It's a scam. And I just hate how so many people have gotten used to it. Yeah. And it's kind of ruined gaming now because a lot of people have actually supported it, man. Yeah. And it's not just developers' fault that gaming's dead right now. It's also because of some of the people who actually pay for those kind of things a lot, spend thousands of pounds, some even 10,000s, probably even more than that. That's the thing that's killed gaming and just made everything you have to pay money to be able to get stuff. It's bad. The only way things can change is if we actually talk about wallets. Yeah, and I just hope the people in general who take over Halo someday, if it ever happens, unless Halo's just gonna literally become a corpse and just be buried, like Microsoft will just fully give up on it, because right now they've definitely given up on it. Yeah, they're not even trying to find like a new developer. They don't even care anymore. I mean, even 343 don't even care anymore. They're just trying to milk as much as they can from Infinite and then just move on. They're not even supporting that game anymore, and I have like a 10-year plan. But yeah, I just forgot what my last point was going to be. Man. But yeah, just have better customization, more armor available from day one. Can actually select any colour you want from day one because everyone has their own favourite colour. Because what the hell, having to flipping pay money or grind for your favourite colour is a flipping joke when you should be able to select it from day one. The only thing you should be grinding or trying to unlock should be flipping the armour, not the colour of your Spartan. That's a joke. Imagine having to pay money to be a female character in a Halo game. That would be really bad. Yeah, since their representations for female Spartans is already bad enough. Flipping having to pay money just to be a female Spartan would be a joke for people who are female and actually play Halo. They'll be like, what the hell? Why do I have to pay money to be a flipping female? Like, stuff like that. Be a joke. Yeah. So yeah, overall, just better customization compared to what we've got recently. Nothing to get it from battle passes and stuff, actually unlockable. And if you still want to do battle passes, it can be at least there should still be good ways to unlock ammo in the game already. But to get like certain ones that look unique, I guess, battle passes, I guess, and store, yeah. But stuff that should just be in the game from day one, not have to grind your life away for it. Limited time, which this is one good thing I can say. This is literally one good thing I can say. There's no time limit. There's no time limit for their battle passes, so I can at least say that. But since most of their battle passes have shitty looking armor, I really don't care. I'm not paying money for dog shit, shitty looking armor, and that's the thing. That goes back to like flipping art style. You need to have better looking armor that actually looks like Halo instead of dog shit. The people they was hiring for the previous games, it was just looked so bad. Like, my god, it looked so bad. Some of the things they were making. Oh my god, they let the Halo armor go so downhill. It was so bad. So that it needs to actually look like Halo. Especially if they're gonna come up with like new armor too. Yeah. And yeah, I kind of forgot my last point, man. Damn it, man. But they're my points so far, man. Yeah, so yeah. Buy a FIFA3 and get a better team to make Halo. Like I said, the customization, art style, better characters. Yeah, there's just so much they need to actually improve on because Halo just got so bad. They have to fix all them things, man. Just got so bad. So much to sort out. But hopefully they can pull it off, whoever takes over, and if Microsoft actually wants to get a new team to fix Halo. Because Halo shouldn't die, man. It's literally my favourite video game franchise. It's the only reason I'm a gamer. From between 2001 and 3, man. Because yeah, the first console I ever played was like PS1, PlayStation 1, Spyro 3. That was like the first game and first console I ever played. But what actually made me get into games was Halo. Halo CE, man. That was a game changer. And not just to make me a gamer, but for literally gaming in general. Like, games have taken so much from Halo. And without it, I can't imagine what flipping gaming would look like, especially for FPS games. Yeah, it took so much from it. So yeah. That's really all I can really think of right now. I'm not really sure what else I could say. And I just hope if they end up doing movies and stuff, they actually stay true to what Halo's about. Be more like Halo 4, Forward Unto Dawn, which is one of the few good things 343 did. So I guess I could quickly talk about the good things 343 did before I end the video. So yeah, I guess we'll start with Halo 2 Anniversary. That was actually done good, yeah. Obviously there's some changes that will never beat the original, but they actually did some changes that was actually good. Yeah. Like, some of the music was actually good. The majority of Halo 2's original's music just can't be beaten, man. It was too good. And I hate how they changed some of the songs. It just felt one. It didn't feel right. It just made me want to switch the graphics and go back to the original. But if I can mostly play Halo 2 Anniversary without having to switch back to the graphics, because flipping the cutscenes looked really good, things looked modern, the flipping game actually looked better than the flipping Halo Infinite, the graphics, yeah. Because for just a remaster, it looked really good for 2014, compared to 2021 with Halo Infinite. It just looked so ugly. And that's because there was basically experimenting with a new flipping engine, and Halo Infinite was like the first game, and then they've basically just abandoned the engine. And it's kind of sad because the gameplay in the engine was so good. It's the best gameplay we've had since Halo Reach. Oh my god. Even though Halo 3 is just going to be perfection to me. But for actually being in a good Halo game, Halo Reach was the last good gameplay, even though like some changes kind of took away from Halo, but to me it's still a good game, I don't care. Because I know there's some people who don't like Halo Reach, and then there's people who love it. Where I say I'm like a high middle. So it's definitely a Halo game that I love because it's one of my first online games I ever played and spent so much time on it. Probably the most time I've spent on a Halo game, even though Halo 3 is my favorite. But yeah, it's just yeah. Halo 2 Anniversary was good. Yeah, even the multiplayer, even though they only added like a few things in that, and I guess they kind of made the elites look a bit weird with their armor and stuff. That looks so weird. But sometimes it actually felt good, and the graphics looked good, and the cutscenes were awesome, the best I've seen in a Halo game. Then yeah, I said they did a good job. Because, you know, they basically flopped Halo CE Anniversary. They had a cool little feature with the Kinect, when the Kinect was still a thing. But yeah. Also, I guess Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn. It was an actual good Halo live action thing. It was the best thing we've got, mainly from like the trailers for the games, like ODST. One of the best game trailers ever. Halo Reach. One of the best video game trailers ever. Made you wish we had an actual Halo movie. And the closest thing we've got was like a web series that FIFA 3 made. And man, the team that made that, they should have actually been writing the flipping story for the flipping main games instead of the idiots who were at FIFA 3 who were writing the game stories. Oh my god, they actually understood Halo. It just sucks, and it just sucks that at one point, flipping one of my favorite movies of all time, District 9, that director would have actually got to direct a Halo film, but sadly didn't happen. That probably would have been so good. Like, he did such a good job with a similar story with but like instead it's like, you know, aliens commit like kind of getting on with humans, but then something starts happening, and it's such a unique film. One of my favorite films of all time, top 5, hell, top 3. And him making a flipping Halo movie? Oh man, that might have been so good. It just sucks. Missed opportunity. Could have been so good. I wish I got to see it. It sucks. It probably would have been the best video game movie. We probably would have got really good video game movies earlier on if he got to make it, and it was actually good, because a lot of his films afterwards weren't really that good. Yeah. So who really knows? But yeah, moving on. What else did he do that's good? So I already said about, you know, Halo Infinite's gameplay actually being good. What else? Oh man. It's hard to think of a lot of things, because FIFA 3 have just failed Halo. And just, I guess MCC, like basically having all the Halo games in one package, the bunch of Halo games that matter. Even though I do like the Halo Wars games, but they're made by different people. But they basically made better games than flipping FIFA 3 though. And just being able to play all those games in the same place. People who didn't really get to grow up like, you know, go up with like the Halo 1 and 2 multiplayer like me, got to finally experience it with MCC. And that was just an amazing experience, getting to play Halo 2's multiplayer for the first time, back on Xbox One. But since it wasn't really in its best condition, you know, couldn't really fully enjoy it, sadly. I had to move on until the PC version came, and that was kind of a... I'd say the multiplayer was mostly fine. It was mainly like the campaign that was the most broken thing on PC. Yeah. The multiplayer was mostly fine, yeah. Just MCC in general. When they actually decided to fix a lot of the issues many years later, it just looks like a decade later, it's still not fully perfect. It's just a flipping joke how much FIFA 3 has failed. Like, flipping MCC truly shows how much FIFA 3 was a failure of taking over Halo. Like, we should have never had so many issues, and to the point where it's not even fully fixed at this point. Because there's been flipping games like Rainbow Six Siege, that Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. They're games that failed they basically flopped from day one, but then later on, like 2-3 years later, they ended up fixing their games, and a lot of people ended up playing them. Like, man, that should have been MCC. It should have had a huge comeback and bring a lot of people to Halo. I mean, the company still did, but since things haven't really been perfect, who knows if they're even still around. Because the player base for Halo in general has just gone so downhill compared to back in the day, millions of people playing Halo 3 and stuff. Like, from flipping before it even died, there was still a lot of people playing. But yeah, I think I'll just probably end things here though, since it's going to be a long video when I edit this and stuff. Because yeah, they're just the things I'd want to be improved going forward for Halo. Yeah, if someone ends up taking over and actually fixing things, and if Microsoft actually fire 343 and actually let Halo have a chance to resurrect itself and be a good franchise again, and I hope the same thing can happen for many other franchises that are dead right now. Since the only thing that I feel like could actually make a comeback right now is Dead Rising, since Capcom are on the wall right now, so hopefully that does well. But yeah, guess I'll end the video here. Appreciate you guys watching. You can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Stay true, Spartans.